Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. It's being reported that there were irregularities in Kawhi Leonard's signing, and if the NBA cancels the deal, the star will become a free agent. Because Kawhi Leonard likes the city of Los Angeles, it's being suggested that the Lakers sign him, making a fantastic team ready to win the championship. The Lakers are only $1.1 million under the first cap and are already salary cap strapped after splitting their non-taxpayer MLE on DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia, Toporek said Friday. They still have the biennial exception, but they would have to shed at least $4 million in salary before they could spend it on Kawhi Leonard. Fortunately, getting rid of any of Jared Vanderbilt, $11.6 million, Gabe Vincent, $11.5 million, and Maxi Kleber, $11 million, would be more than enough. The players listed haven't had a significant impact on the Lakers, making it easier to move any of them. Jared Vanderbilt seems to be sidelined with an injury, Gabe Vincent isn't the Miami Heat the Lakers hoped for, and Maxi Kleber is a bench player. So yes, that means if they're willing to take the risk and shed one of their salaries, they could lure Kawhi Leonard with their biannual exception. If Kawhi Leonard's contract is voided, no other destination makes for sense than the Los Angeles Lakers. Voiding Kawhi Leonard's contract with the Los Angeles Clippers is not out of the realm of possibility for Adam Silver and the NBA. That was the notion NBA insider Sam Amick put forward during a recent appearance on The Athletic's NBA Daily. Amick said, "It was in no uncertain terms told to me that Adam sees salary cap circumvention as the cardinal sin of the NBA. So, if they're going to follow through on that energy, voiding of a player contract is on the table." The insider thought if the NBA could prove that Kawhi was influenced to stay with the Clippers and sign team-friendly deals that allowed Los Angeles more flexibility that cuts at the fabric of the league that Silver has tried to grow. It would be an opportunity for the NBA commissioner to show he has the ability to throw around an iron fist much like his predecessor. If Leonard's contract were to be voided, and the desire to continue playing in 2025-26 existed after the dust settled, this is where the Los Angeles Lakers come in. It would offer Rob Pelinka a chance at a borderline superstar for pennies on the dollar. Lakers getting perfect storm for free agency steal of a lifetime. At this point of the NBA offseason, no teams really have the financial wiggle room to give Leonard the type of contract the Clippers star would otherwise demand. That could play heavily in the favor of the Lakers. Granted, in the scenario of Leonard hitting free agency, the Lakers would really need to ask themselves if the potential headache is worthwhile. Pablo Torre's story of alleged wrongdoing certainly does not paint Kawhi in the most favorable light. However, the Lakers have shown they are willing to run the gamble on risky situations as recently as this offseason. The signing of DeAndre Ayton showed that much. The pursuit of Bradley Beal, who had plenty of attitude, injury, and defensive concerns, only reaffirms that. At the end of the day, this is Kawhi. Getting a substantial discount on a two-time NBA champion and NBA Finals MVP is not something that just happens every offseason. When Leonard finally pieced things together with his health towards the end of the 2024-25 season, the Clippers star looked elite once more. Kawhi averaged 25.0 points, 7.6 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and 1.1 steals per game, shooting 53.7% from the field and 40.5% from three-point against the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Lakers would need a consolidation trade before pursuing the potential move. However, those are the type of hoops worth jumping through for a player of Kawhi's quality. Luka Doncic's latest quote gives Lakers fans every reason to be pumped. The Los Angeles Lakers superstar always makes his teams believe they have a chance. Luka Doncic believes in himself and his Slovenian national team. That power of belief has gotten his country far past the point many may have projected for them, and there is no reason that Doncic cannot have that same kind of effect on the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2025-26 NBA season. Doncic powered Slovenia past Italy in the round of 16 at Eurobasket 2025 with another dominant performance. The superstar point guard put up 42 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals in an 84-77 win. Doncic shot 11 of 19 from the field, 5 of 11 from beyond the arc, and 15 of 16 from the free throw line. After the game was over, the Slovenian superstar delivered a big statement regarding what his national team hopes to do at Eurobasket. The message was originally translated from his native language, so there could be some room for error here. However, the sentiment is clear. "We're hoping for the medal," Doncic told Slovenian media after the win over Italy. "We think we can win a medal. I know a lot of others don't, but we believe in us. Everybody that's here, we all believe, everyone in everyone. So, just with head forward." Luka Doncic's mentality should fire up Lakers' title hopes this season. Many have described Doncic's form at Eurobasket as an all-time carry job. That is certainly fitting of the incredible numbers registered by the generational talent. Doncic is averaging 34.0 points, 8.3 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 3.2 steals, and 0.7 blocks per game with Slovenia. The shooting splits of 46-32-89 are more than respectable too, considering the type of defensive coverages that Luka faces on a game-to-game basis. If Doncic brings the us against the world mentality to the Lakers this season, especially with his current level of player quality, the NBA is in danger. The team in Los Angeles is far from perfect, but Rob Pelinka has certainly given Luka more to work with than his current national team setup. The Lakers have been dismissed by many as contenders in 2025-26. In all fairness, there is a bit more work to be done. However, if Doncic is bringing this same type of confidence to Los Angeles that he has to his national team, the Lakers can certainly exceed expectations. Edo Muric, a teammate on Slovenia, raved about Luka's leadership leading up to the tournament. The results have spoken for themselves. The Lakers will hope to be the next benefactors of what a dialed-in Doncic can bring to a team. LeBron James' future beyond this season seemingly up in air. It seems no one knows if LeBron James will play beyond this season. Perhaps not even LeBron James. Certainly not the Lakers. James is set to turn 41 in December, and questions about how much longer he plans to lace them up are only growing louder. ESPN's Brian Windhorst says there isn't a clear answer yet, not even from LeBron himself. Now, as far as LeBron's future, I know there's a lot of speculation. "Based on my conversations, I honestly think they don't know," Windhorst said. "As far as I know, he's honestly going year to year." Could this be his last year? Yes. Will it be his last year? I don't know. Does he know right now? Maybe. But my interpretation is that it has not been established. He will see where he's at the end of the year. LeBron is entering his 23rd NBA season, and while retirement remains on the table, so does the possibility of playing beyond 2025. For now, the Lakers star is keeping his options open. By the numbers. Age, 40, turns 41 in December. Seasons played, 22. NBA titles, 4. All-Star appearances, 21. All-NBA selections, 21. Career averages, 27.0 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7.4 assists. Eurobasket 2025 proving Luka Doncic has finally solved an agonizing flaw. An impressive 84-77 victory for Slovenia over Italy in the round of 16 at Eurobasket 2025 highlighted a very important improvement for Luka Doncic. His free throw shooting is finally where it needs to be. Doncic went off for 42 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals in the win. Luka shooting 11 of 19 from the field and 5 of 11 from beyond the arc was a big part of that. However, both pale in comparison to the impressive 15 of 16 that Doncic knocked down from the free throw line. Many love to point out the defensive side of the basketball court as the biggest flaw to the game of the Lakers superstar. There is some truth to that. Albeit, it is tremendously overblown to the capacity of how much it is actually a problem. The most notable drawback for Doncic offensively has always been his inconsistent free throw shooting. It may be a small sample size, but if this is what can be expected from the superstar point guard moving forward, the Lakers are poised to reap the benefits. Luka Doncic's major improvement should pay dividends quickly for Lakers. Through the first 6 games of the Eurobasket tournament, Doncic is averaging 34.0 points per game. A big part of that has come from the charity stripe. Doncic is averaging 13.8 attempts per game. The ability to draw fouls has been on full display. It is made all the more impressive considering FIBA officiating tends to allow for more contact. Not only has Doncic been a master of getting to the free throw line, but the Slovenian superstar has made teams pay when he's gotten there. Luka is shooting 89.2% on his free throw attempts, the 5th highest mark in Eurobasket. Luka Doncic averages now through 6 Eurobasket games: 34 points, 8.3 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 3.2 steals, 36.7 efficiency, 89.2 FT%. All of this should be music to the ears of the Lakers. They will need Doncic's rim pressure to make their offense hum in 2025-26. If defenders are forced to foul in the efforts of slowing down the 5-time All-NBA member, there will be less comfort with what that means for the opposing teams. Doncic has shot 75.1% from the free throw line throughout his career. His career high came in the 2023-24 season when Luka converted 78.6% of his attempts. Those are modest numbers. Considering how often Doncic goes to the line, one would certainly want an uptick in that production. The 7-year pro has averaged 8.2 free throw attempts per game throughout his time in the NBA. Doncic has even enjoyed a season in 2022-23 where he was getting to the line 10.5 times a night. Converting those attempts at a number closer to 90% is such a small detail that goes such a long way. The Lakers will take every advantage in their push towards exceeding expectations in 2025-26. Doncic's improved free throw shooting will certainly help in that department. Lakers receive major Luka Doncic injury. Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic is currently overseas competing in the 2025 Eurobasket tournament for his home country, Slovenia. More news: LeBron James' former teammate sends him retirement message. Enough is enough against Italy on Sunday. Doncic orchestrated a spectacular performance, scoring 42 points with 10 rebounds and 3 steals. He was 11-4-19 from the field and 5-4-11 from beyond the arc. The star guard had 22 points in the first quarter alone versus Italy. It was a masterclass performance from Doncic, but the game wasn't without an injury scare. More news: 76ers trying to trade 2 veterans ahead of season. Report: Doncic left Sunday's game in the first quarter because of a leg injury, which was cause for concern given the Lakers star had already suffered an injury earlier in the tournament. Nevertheless, Doncic returned to the game and put the finishing touches on a jaw-dropping showing. After Slovenia's victory, he provided a major update on his injury. "I need therapy, but I'll be fine," Doncic said. The star sustained a lower body injury when a teammate fell on him in mid-August, and did not return to the exhibition matchup against Latvia. Thankfully, Doncic avoided any structural damage and was able to continue competing in the tournament. Doncic also made history Sunday as he entered the top 50 all-time Eurobasket scorers. This comes as no surprise, given Doncic is scoring a whopping 36.89% of Slovenia's points in the tournament. He also leads his team in rebounds, assists, blocks and steals. This summer, the Lakers signed Doncic to a 3-year, $165 million max extension. "Today is a monumental moment for our franchise," General Manager Rob Pelinka said in a statement. Luka Doncic's future is with the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka is one of the game's most transcendent players, and his on-court dominance and passion is without compare. From the moment Luka became a Laker, there was an immediate connection and admiration between Luka and our fanbase. You can feel it in your spirit when you attend a Lakers game. Luka is an absolute killer on the court, and blends that with a unique generosity and care for the community. Above all else, Luka will lead our franchise to pursue future championships, a goal that will forever define the Lakers. The 2025-26 season will be Doncic's first full season with the Lakers, but the franchise will need to make a few more moves in order to be a top team in the Western Conference. One thing is for sure, Whether Doncic is stateside or overseas, the 26-year-old remains a generational talent. NBA Insider shares update on if LeBron James will retire after next season. No one knows for sure when Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James will call it a career, but plenty of insiders can provide insight on the situation. James turns 41 years old at the end of 2025 and is entering the final year of his contract with the Lakers, so him retiring after the upcoming season is a reasonable guess. However, he is showing few signs of slowing down on the court, which means he could continue adding to his resume if his passion remains. NBA insider Brian Windhorst of ESPN shared an update on what he's hearing around the league about James' retirement timeline. Now, as far as LeBron's future, I know there's a lot of speculation, Windhorst said. Based on my conversations, I honestly think they don't know. As far as I know, he's honestly going year to year. Could this be his last year? Yes. Will it be his last year? I don't know. Does he know right now? Maybe. But my interpretation is that it has not been established. He will see where he's at the end of the year. It's obvious the 21-time All-Star is chasing the 5th championship of his career, so how close the Lakers come to that goal could play a part in his decision. His individual play could have equally as much, if not more, influence on the choice because he hits free agency next summer. He averaged 24.4 points, 8.2 assists, and 7.8 rebounds on 51.3% shooting last season, so it's hard to imagine he has a significant decline. Let's say James has another All-Star campaign, but the Lakers severely disappoint. He could ink a 1- or 2-year deal with a different championship contender.